You do in the evening when you don't know what to do. Read a book, play a game, every night is just the same. What do you say if I tell you how to keep from feeling blue? My advice is good to take and it's easier to do. When you're all alone, any old night, and you're feeling out of tune, pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Underneath the bright, silvery light, you'll be feeling better soon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Look, look, look at the stars above. Look, look, look at those sweeties love. Oh boy, give me a night in June. I mean it, all you got to do any old night when you're feeling out of tune. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. When you make a date any old night, gonna meet your sweetie soon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Underneath the bright, silvery light, that's the only place to spoon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Walk, walk, kiss and then walk again, talk, talk, kiss and then talk again, oh joy, sweethearts are all in tune. I mean it, when it's raining out, stay in a room, but on a lovely night in June, here's what to do, sweetie, and you just get out and get under the moon. If you're with a girl and she is cold, says she doesn't want her spoon, don't you feel blue? Here's what you do, just get out and get under the moon. If you feel a kiss and she gets sore, she'll forget it mighty soon. Don't stop to fret, she'll learn to pet when you get her under the moon. Indoors, there's not a thing to do. In-laws walk in and out on you. Oh boy, sister and brother too. I've tried it, just take my advice. If she is nice, nice as any night in June, just take her hand, she'll understand, and get out and get under the moon.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wednesday night rendition of Haunters Anonymous Live. How's everybody doing? James is right across the way.
What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing?
Woo! Yeah, how's everybody doing? It's Wednesday night. We have the amazing, talented Kevin Motorola from Creepy Hollow Woods in Florida. James will put a link up in that in just a second. He is... Yes, William, he is on tonight. Typically about 10 or 15 minutes from now is when we get him on. That gives us enough time to ramble on about some... Oh, bye, Mark. You bastard. Man, you need to quit, dude. I'm kidding. I don't want to get in trouble by Jack anyway. All right, night, Mark. I'll try to get the things caught up on YouTube and the podcast ASAP. Oh, somebody started to watch. Everything around me is dinging. How's everybody doing tonight? It's Wednesday here in Florida. It's 300,000 bazillion degrees Fahrenheit. Satan himself won't even come to Florida right now to vacation.
It's been hot here, man. It sucks. I'm not used to this.
We got the Gulf is starting to boil and bubble, and we got tropical depressions are what the hell ever going on, going to Texas, and we got stuff coming off Africa. So yeah, the fun has just begun. But definitely, how's everybody else doing tonight? And yes, to answer, just make sure everybody knows, Kevin Motorola, also known as Moto, will be here.
He's
Creepy Hollywood.
He just messaged me. He's on his way. He's like, I spent all day on this damn computer, and then shut it down an hour ago, and now it's doing an auto update.
Of course. Welcome to Windows. So it might be a few extra minutes, but absolutely, we'll have him on because it's Kevin, and we normally get quite a bit of info from him and stories. We're not going to put the brakes on it at 1 hour, so we'll just let him ramble on. For those of you, there's Kevin. Yeah, for those of you who know him or don't know him, he is the manager. We'll go into this a little bit too. He's the manager, builder, designer, you name it, at Creepy Hollows and Jay Florida. And be sure to use that link if you haven't liked their page yet. There is another Creepy Hollow Woods in Texas, and that is not the one where Kevin is from. I've known him for quite some time. He lives in the same town as I do. Hey, 13. So Jersey's hot, huh? Well, I'm glad that Florida can send some of the heat up that way.
Yeah, take it back, man. Take it back.
Yeah,
I'm sick of this.
Everybody that's sweating, it's Florida's fault, no matter where in the United States you are. We generate heat and then send it everywhere. There's Danny, and hello to Numbskull Dysfunctional. Love the name. The Rona got my computer. Well, then you're not slathering it with Froggy's Fog Sanitizer enough, then are you?
What are you doing to your mic? It keeps changing.
I'm not doing anything to my damn mic. What the hell?
It's doing weird things.
Like what? I mean, tell me now before we get into.
I know you sound fine. You sound fine. It just it goes from like the normal sound to like kind of concert hall ish. Not. It's not like too echoey here. It's not a major issue. It's just. If
it keeps doing it, let me know and I'll. Because I think we fixed something like this last time. I bounced out and then came back.
Oh Jesus, Vic, that's a Friday thing.
Wait a minute, hold on now. I'm Hey, Scurry Face, thanks for coming in, and you are right. Creepy Hollywood sits back on the blackest road ever. It's too dark for even Sasquatch to venture down.
What's up, Scary Face?
Graveyard porn? No. 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 That's a Friday night thing. Oh, and I'll reiterate, since we're getting quite a few people in here, and they're all to hear Kevin, not us. So sad, but that's fine. Hey, Brian. Yeah, Friday night, I'll be putting the event page up either later tonight or tomorrow. Friday night is going to be Rage Night. Everybody gets to hear me go off with swear words on Friday night.
I'm getting popcorn for this Friday, man.
Yeah, Friday, bring your popcorn, because let me tell you, it's going to be one of those nights we're going to be naming names. I've had enough of some crap that's going on in the haunted attraction industry and some folks. So none of y'all. But yeah, so everybody gets to hear me rage Friday night with swear words, because it is an after dark. I'm not poking Moto at all, Don's girl, in any form or fashion.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what Vic's talking about. That's all right. Anybody that's looked up graveyard porn, the brain's gonna be a little bit scrambled. just a smidgy bit.
He said his Friday night thing. He's looking it up right now.
Oh.
No.
Moto, cool. Well, good. There's going to be a list of plenty on Friday night. I've I have literally had it with some crap. So James and I moons ago said, yeah, if we had rants, we weren't going to name names. But you know what? These are serious times with serious business. So
And some of the
Friday
stuff is
night,
just bad.
it's bad. But we'll since we're gonna have Kevin on here, we're gonna keep it a fun night. Just know that Friday you need to totally be there because, yep, I my personal self have had enough. So, ask Motos to say macabre and GIF while on the show. Well, Squareface, we will do that. I'm not poking it. You're getting worse, Don. I'm not poking his carb or nothing with a stick. I don't care if he gets gummed up. Trust me, I've known this cat for a while. That's why I know I not to be doing no poking of the carbs with a stick. But other than that, news-wise, haunts are still closing. Conventions are closing. Still no word from Universal. James, have you heard anything that?
Well, today's the cutoff for the buy one get one ticket for Universal. So, back in the day, that was the typical, like, the frequent fear pass would go on sale immediately after that. But it's not going to happen this year. They're not doing frequent fear pass. There's no way.
Yeah, all they're going to open up is the tribute store. And that's going to be it.
It's going to cost you,
yeah,
$89 to go do nothing. 98, whatever it is. I don't even know what it is, like, for a single night.
But as we always say, if you're going to go and you're a fan, you have fun. You let us know how it is. We're always up to having guests. Just don't cough in your mic when you get back.
We got alerts going off left and right, so it's loud as all get out on the stream right now, which is wonderful. Don't stop with the love. It's great.
Oh yeah, clickety clack. I'm gonna try to be good. But yeah, so for those of you who are kind of like wondering what the hell, Kevin is having a computer deal right now. It's just doing some updates. Nothing's caught on fire. Thank goodness I've talked to Kevin enough. He knows not to bring his laptop to Best Buy. I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna get in trouble. Love you, honey honeymoons. Y'all cool. Keep us surprised upon your computations with Best Buy in India, because that's where it's shipped off to.
Yeah.
What? Okay, miss, I can't handle white crawls. Okay, well.
Jabby's trying to type. Don't do that.
Let's not be, yeah. Because, oof, it could get out of hand. I am also not blowing out any carbs of Kevin, Don, but that's cool. I think we're gonna have you on a Friday night just to explain all this stuff about Kevin.
Oh, and if anybody's following our home haunt, like the daily home haunt thing we're doing, it isn't actually daily. Okay, it's like every few days. I'm trying to space it out a little so that like each one has a few days up, but it's just easier to say daily. Get off my back about it.
Calm your tatas. Speaking of, if you know of any home haunts in your area, okay, or if you have one, I mean, most of you we've got on the list, but if you know of any home haunts, don't assume that we already have it on our list. Please send it to us. Send a link, message it, email it, whatever, so we can put it on there. That's a good one.
Hey, Gabby.
Hey, what's up, Gabby? So yeah, do definitely send us any information you have on any home haunts whatsoever. Even if you just know the name or whatever. I mean, we're we are getting that list together.
Yeah,
Um,
it's gonna be a heck of a list.
yes, and things are still coming down the pike. We'll have announcements, not Friday because Friday's a rage night.
I love when Don is here. He always posts the most random stuff. It's like
Yeah,
I can't follow anything he ever posts, but it's always
Excuse
just
me.
funny and random.
That's what makes it awesome. Nothing much. Wanting to go back to college. Yeah, Gabby. This whole pandemic thing has really upended all kinds of stuff. Um, the biggest thing is staying safe, and as James and I always say, wear your mask. If you don't like it, TDB. But um, wear your mask. Save Halloween. You eat the treats.
Eat the treats. Damn it! I didn't put that in the title.
Well, you're fired.
I quit. I'm done. I'm sorry. I failed.
We know eating of the treats here tonight. Yeah, a couple things while we wait for Kevin. I've known him for quite a while. Like I said, he lives same town that I do. Creepy Hollow is about 50 minutes away from me in the middle of absolute nowhere. Hey, Ron, and hello to you, my fellow haunter. How are you doing?
Hey, Ron. Hey, Michael. What's up?
Michael New here. How are you doing, buddy? Let's just say hello to everybody. Anybody coming in right now? Moto Kevin is on his way. He is having to do some computer updates real quick, but he hasn't forgot about us. And like I said before, we are not restricting this one to 1 hour, so don't worry. We will let Kevin get in all the info.
Yeah.
I like pecan pie, Don. Just to clarify. COVID cured Moto's herpes. I don't know about that.
Well, I'm heading to bed because this damn traffic cone is taking forever to come to the stream. Okay, Jabby. Oh, man.
You're not going anywhere, Jabby.
Right?
Shoot.
He's going to act like he actually has to get some sleep.
Yeah, right. As you chug like moonshine or something.
Oh, that's cool, Ron.
Oh, well. James says it's cool. I'm going to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess there's two sides of that, I suppose.
Yeah, well, some of the stuff we'll be asking tonight is whew, yes. I like. We should just sit here and read the comments out because they're just
Scurry Face. Isn't that the red tie wearing Bama cousin loving guy? What?
I totally got that. Did you totally get that? I totally got that. I'm gonna laugh at it because I got it. Yeah. So some of the questions we'll be asked. Actually, with Kevin, man, I just kind of let him go. I'll ask a question, let him go, and I'm curious as to how everything's going over Creepy Hollow. I know they're busting butt over there in this 3 billion degree heat. Thank goodness they have all those woods to keep all that precious air off of them that they could use. I think it's like mostly pine trees or some crap over there.
That damn Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
Chat's awfully active here tonight.
Yes, chat is lively tonight. This will be a good one for somebody to look at again on the YouTube channel. Just make it easier to see. If I can ever get back to putting them up there. Also, if there's any guests or anybody that you would like us to get on the show, let us know. Of course, we're focusing very highly, prominently on home haunts, but we'll put our tendrils out there to anyone. If there's anybody here that would like to be a guest, please let us know. We love everybody. You could be a haunted attraction owner, you could be a home haunter, a vendor. Hell, if you just put a pumpkin out and give out treats. Speaking of, right outside my house right now are people looking at the year-long haunted decorations. I
Those
love
damn
that.
skeletons looking out the window.
Yes, that's that people love that crap. Um, wow, Chad is like getting up there. Um, yep, they're pointing now. That's great. Okay.
They're pointing now.
Yeah, that's normal. Just yes, this heat wave is the new weight loss program. For me, I tell you what, for me, the heat is not the problem child with me. It's the sun. Me and the sun just don't mix anymore.
Oh, I'm always anti-sun. That's the one nice thing about Pennsylvania.
We're here in Florida. Florida is powered by the sun. Like literally, I think if at night we just float off into the water and then come back once the sun comes back.
Michael said he'll be a guest as long as the Bama guy don't hit on him. I mean, we can't guarantee it.
We can't guarantee who gets frisky up in here, especially on a Friday night. So we just can't. We can't guarantee these things. I guess we can do a little bit more promoting. For anybody that is on YouTube or watches YouTube, which
your mic's doing that thing again, being all weird.
Well, how about now? How are we doing?
You're good now.
You know what? I think it has something to do when I pull the my tablet really close to my face. So let me not do that again.
Oh, I hear him knocking. Hold on, let me get Kevin in here.
Uh-oh, watch out, everybody. There's
a knock on the door.
There's a vaping clown a-coming.
The winds. The cotton candy scented winds are blowing in.
Whatever the vape scent of the moment is. While we wait for the magical clown fella to appear.
He's in. He's just muted.
Oh. Real quick, everybody go to YouTube and look up Vic Springston. Please subscribe to his channel.
Yeah, it's got some great stuff.
Yes. He's been on a past show. I just want to do a real quick plug for his YouTube channel there. So Kevin's muted? Did he mute himself, or is he muted?
He must have muted himself, or he just got that like 30-second mute like you get when you join randomly sometimes.
Oh, okay.
I would like a hamburger, small fry, and a Coke. Yeah, that's kind of what it sounds like. It's got that.
Okay, so that is coming through to everybody. Okay, well, if it gets naughty, I will just leave and come back. That typically fixes my
candy and carb cleaner.
Hey, Ashton.
Sorry. Stop watching Twister so much.
Yeah.
Staying up all hours watching Twister. Oh, Kevin left the meeting. He got tired. He's out of it.
Kevin, if you're listening to the live stream, you were muted. Maybe you heard that while you were in, but there is a video and audio mute button, audio and mic mute button.
That's a dumb thing about this is I can mute people, but I can't unmute them. I mean, I guess it's a safety feature, but whatever.
Yeah. Especially when you're snoring from White Claw.
I was clearing his throat with a gag reflex.
And here's the deal is if his computer was doing updates and he's now trying to do stuff and it's still trying to do them, it may crack out on him.
But he will be here. Let's give him a few more moments.
He will be here. Oh yeah, he's very tenacious about that. We'll hear all the good stuffs. And y'all can sit here and rag on him, and then James and I don't have to say anything. It'll be perfect.
I know, it'll be great, and he'll just let him take over. Run the show and let everybody give him crap.
Yeah, be sure everybody tell Kevin that you want to see live streams of Creepy Hollow when it's open, because that's what I would like to do. Yes, Danny. I see you shouting my name for some reason. Let me not put my tablet too close to my face so y'all think I'm in a Whataburger or something. We did throw a curveball at Kevin. The first time we had him on here months ago, we were using one conferencing platform, and we changed to another one, simpler and better. We don't mind it. Excuse me. So now I'm getting bored waiting for him. I'm kidding.
Show's off. We're out of here. We're done.
Oh, well, Danny, I'm glad you did hear that.
Holy hell.
Holy shit.
There he is.
Yeah, I gave up. I'm on my phone.
Okay. Well, you sound great.
Yeah, it sounds fine.
Oh, why, thank you.
Everybody, this is Kevin Motorola, and I'm going to do my typical here he is and let him explain who he is, what he does, where he's at, and all that bit. So go ahead.
Well, hello, everybody that I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't have a screen up to see who's all in the comments right now. My computer's being a little blankety blank. It's not Friday. I can't say that on here. But I'm the GM of Creepy Hollow Woods out in Jay, Florida, Chief Operating Officer of Scurry Face Media. Wanted to come on. Mike invited me on to come on and talk about any updates that might be coming on, whatnot. So here I am with my minor amount of knowledge to try to spread a little bit to the masses.
Well, you're the perfect person to do it. And we had you on, God, I think it was a couple of months ago.
Yeah, the early days. Jeez. Seems like ages ago.
The pandemic was still in its infancy. So
had it even started yet? I don't even think it started yet.
Yeah, it was right early beginning.
Yeah, because I think because didn't you tell us?
Oh yeah,
stuff that y'all were doing, or was that? Yeah. Back before back before some more obnoxious people decided they had a better COVID plan. Once again, everybody, welcome to Friday night. Come here.
Oh God, Friday is gonna be fun, man.
Friday's gonna be...
I might have to be there for Friday.
Dude, well, hey, dude, if the thing is like, if you can, and you wanted to hop on and rage along with me, that'd be great. But yeah, so like Kevin said, all the above of Creepy Hollow Woods, Jay, Florida, and COO of Scurry Face. But of course, the biggest things is haunted attractions and stuff like that. Anybody that didn't watch the one from months ago, we can let Kevin kind of do a synopsis and then go into anything new. So, what I know y'all are busting your butts right now because you and I talked about this off air, but so what's all going on? What are y'all doing? What are the plans? How's it shaking?
What's all going on? A lot of fucking sweating. That's what's going on. It is hotter than Satan's ball sack in Florida, and of course we're out there in the woods. And I heard you mention, we got the precious wood, or the woods blocking that precious air we could so adore and love that we don't get. And of course, usually the spots we're working at in the woods, the little bit of sunlight that gets through that canopy, yeah, it's right on us. So that doesn't help us a whole lot sometimes. We've had Big Ron out there. We've had a few of our volunteers out there. Myself, the owners have been out there, just cranking away, doing the best that we can to get ready for the season. Obviously, in the hopes that the local government doesn't step in and completely kill it. We're not anticipating it, but we're still preparing as if we're opening the last weekend of September. My theory is simple. Even if we don't get to open in October due to COVID or the local government or whatever, it's still going to be a new design for next year. And then we have all the time in the world to theme it out, make it better, and everything like that for next year, or even special events that we might put on before next year. You never know what we could do. Just trying to stay positive and trying to say it's going to freaking happen. We've not much has changed on our COVID plan, aside from we're going to be putting, like, I'm going to try to do what I can to make it look like that there's some halfway organized chaos in the midway, because we do a free roaming midway that we learned from Arx Mortis out in Killen. And we're going to give people the option, and we're going to have signage up stating, hey, you know, we expect you to social distance. We care about your safety, you know, return the respect and care for ours and care for others. So the free roaming midway offers them that ability to social distance. So I'm going to try to put like dots or circles or something like that out there that'll be give them a basic idea of anything over 6 feet, so that way they have a basic idea of what is 6 feet apart. Still going to have the spot in the midway in the back for people where we can literally paint out circles, like kind of like baseball markers, if you will, for the outfield paint, and we'll paint out 6 foot radius circles or whatever. That way it'll help out a little bit. Still going to use the hand sanitizer stations, offer disposable masks, the diaper masks, if people want to use them. Pretty much we're going to give them every option and every availability to social distance and protect themselves. That way, honestly, it's going to be kind of removed from our hands as to whether or not they do it. We can't control everything and everybody, but we can certainly give them the opportunity and let them try.
And you said the one thing that you know that you're not doing this year is the insanity, correct?
Correct. And initially that was just postponed or suspended, if you will. Unfortunately, the owner, myself, or the two owners and myself sat down and we did talk about that. And I mean, right now in my mind, it's still somewhat suspended, but as of right now, there's no foreseeable way to include that. And on that note, we've had to retheme some of our rooms that we're going to be very dependent on having the hands-on people in there as part of the show for people who were not hands-on, because we utilize those people in our show, literally as part of the show. So we had to retheme some rooms and rethink some stuff out and start to build off of some new ideas based on the fact that we're probably not going to be offering hands-on. So that added a little bit of a workload to us, but we got it figured out and got some rooms rethemed, and so far it's looking pretty good. It's unfortunate. A lot of people depend on us for that hands-on, that little extra rush, but welcome to life, I guess. There's not much we can do, unfortunately.
There's a couple we have a couple new folks that probably don't know what the insanity is, so give them a synopsis of that, sir.
Sir, oh, aren't you respectful? So
I try to be. Not on Friday.
The Night of Insanity is something that I introduced, what would it be, 5 or 6 years ago now? 5, 6 years ago, somewhere in there. I brought it to the owner and I said, hey, this is what I want. This is what I'm thinking. We give these people glow necklaces. We make them part of the show. This is how we mark them. They pay an extra few bucks. And when they get in the room, the actor can tell them, this is what I want you to do. And the actor can work on them and, you know, mess with them, whatever. And they become part of the show. And that was when we were still in Pace in the owner's backyard. And it was one of those things where I went out and bought, I want to say it was like 50 or 100 glow necklaces, because it was the first time trying it, first run. And it was, hey, do we want to try it tonight? And he said, yeah, screw it, try it. And I went around and told the people who could hold people what I wanted them to do, and this and that and that. It was literally thrown together in like 10 minutes. But it was such a hit that the next year we brought it back, made it more intense, and eventually the owner said, screw this, let's make it real. Let's not tell them what we want them to do. We're going to make them do what we want them to do. And then they ended up getting, you know, now they get the smut and the blood and all that kind of stuff. You know, sometimes they get a blood bath. They get tossed around a little bit. They get tied down, chainsaw run across their legs, across their stomach. There's a lot of things that can go on back there. And it gets a little intense. Last year we had people, actors taking off people's freaking shoes and dropping them at the end of the haunt for them, and people making them crawl through rooms and making them crawl and just all kinds of stuff. And I don't like to leash actors, so it's kind of like, hey, don't be a dumbass. I'm trusting you not to get us sued. So have fun with it. Use common sense. And it's taken off over the last few years beyond what I ever imagined it being. And it's so much fun to watch. And last year, actually, I counted these two dudes that came in. They went back and paid, and each one of them went through the Insanity Experience 4 times in one night. And I happened to be in the ticket booth when they came back, and I said, yo, let them go again. And they went 5 times that night and just got their asses kicked all night, and they loved it. They were walking out limping a little bit by the end of the night, but they loved it. It's a lot of fun. It's unfortunate that we have to postpone that one for the year.
Well, a lot of haunted attractions are having to readjust, so I know that was one of y'all's big deals that people liked, but dude, you've seen it all. Haunted attractions are having to readjust all over the day if they can open, so
if they can open. I've even heard of people, actually, I believe it was Alan Hops earlier. I was watching him on the Fear Worm, and I unfortunately only caught a little bit of it before I got a call from one of the owners. But Alan was even talking about how they'd adjusted their haunt based on how the virus actually reacts to neon light or UV lighting. So they've had to expand their UV rooms. And I'm like, what? Wow, okay, that's a little further than I ever anticipated anyone going. But hey,
well, that's unfortunately that's one of my ragers for Friday. It's the, of course, anybody that knows Alan Hops knows that the man is an absolute genius, and Dark Hour is just an amazing haunt. But that kind of information is wrong. COVID doesn't die on UVA or UVB. It's UVC. And UVC, you cannot have humans anywhere near it. It will burn your skin to the bone, and it will give you welder's eye. So regular blacklight tubing, like you and I know of and everybody in here knows, does nothing to COVID, does nothing to it. So spending the money on it, so I'm just letting you know this. Don't. It's.
Oh, I'm not.
I'm just
Trust me.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know. Don't spend it. I know y'all have a ton of blacklights, but that's the kind of misinformation that's going to get out. Oh, really? Uh-oh.
Well, with our retheme this year, when last year we were extremely clown heavy. Thought it would be something unique to have the last little over a quarter of the haunt just be straight up clowns, different themed areas. And it was pretty cool, don't get me wrong, but it just didn't quite work out like we wanted it to. So this year we've did you go last year and go through our entire what we called the fun house? Twists, turns, every other which way, and it was all neon and all neon paint all through the whole
last year
thing.
I didn't make it last year because I was hot heavy with getting my house decorated for Halloween, so I didn't go anywhere.
That's right. But yeah, we did away with it. You better be damn sorry. The only place that we really are going to have a lot of UV take place this year is going to be in our vortex tunnel. And that's a very small area. We got that 40-foot vortex from Hardcore Fabrication that, Tyler loves vortex tunnels oh so much. That's sarcasm. Tyler from Scary Face hates vortex tunnels. So screw him. We have one, and we're going to use it because it was expensive. But that's about the only place we have UV this year. We're going back to how do I say it without putting it away? A little bit more practical side of things. There's going to be a touch of UV in 1 or 2 more spots, but it's going to be mostly it's going to be fog driven, strobe driven, and a lot of overhead sound driven. And then that whole portion that we did more clowns in has become a very theatrical ending, which is something that we used to pride ourselves on, was Our rooms were very well timed with skits, and you know, it's not that it told the story the whole way, but the flow was still there, and there was still skits to each room, and it was very well timed, and there was cues and everything like that. But as we've grown and gotten bigger, we've realized we don't have time to spend a minute and a half in this room when we have, you know, 28 rooms, when they have to make the venture from that room to the next room through the hallway and whatever else there may be. So we're going back to a little bit more of the theatrics, but it's going to be at the end. And the way we have it designed this year, we can form a conga line at the end, and it won't hurt a thing, as long as the theatrics go off on time. The rest from there on out can be as crowded as we want, and I would not be upset if I saw a line of 65 people come out the exit at once. That's actually kind of the point. Confusion.
But you're definitely not worried about trying to keep people separated in the haunt, like, you know, doing the whole 6 feet separation.
We're going to do our absolute best to do that. Unfortunately, it's very difficult to maintain timing for all the actors all the way through the haunt, and also keep 6 foot of distance, because we can't keep up with the groups that some of them, you know, they shuffle their damn feet, and some of them sprint. Some of them become freaking Usain Bolt when they walk into a door. So it's almost impossible to tell which group is going to be which. There are certain places through the haunt where we will have actors that can slow groups down, space them out a little bit, and go from there. And then obviously we have radio communication amongst the main people, or the main adults of each area, because we do use a lot of high school kids. So there's a lot of plans in place to hopefully keep everything moving smoothly. Naturally, with a haunt, you have to anticipate you're going to have to break up conga lines. You're going to have to go back, separate groups out on occasion. It shouldn't be an every night, multiple time ordeal, especially at the beginning of the season when you got some new actors that haven't quite dealt with it yet. They're going to run into some snags, and we're going to do our best to keep everybody apart. And God, I'm just hoping the customers try to do the same.
Well, we all know how that goes.
Yeah, I compare a lot of that to, you know, trying to corral cats, or, you know, I always say, you know, customers, I wish I could give them a badge of I'm here to break shit, or, you know, whatever. But we're hoping that the customers keep it in mind, because as a haunter, hell, you know the general rule as a haunter. Myself, my owner, we've talked about this, but we're different people. We see things way differently. When we go to a haunt, like when we went to Paranoia last year out in Canton, Georgia, awesome haunt, had a great time out there. But when we went out there and we started catching up to a group, we stopped. We stopped our own group and said, oh, we're probably walking a little quicker because we're not as hesitant. We're used to haunts. We can hear pneumatics. You know, I can hear an airline leak when I walk into a room, or I can hear a solenoid popping when I walk into a room, and then I start looking for which prop it is. You know, it's a big difference. So I'm not as freaked out, and I'm not shuffling my feet. I'm walking through casually. But if I see a group, I stop. You know, we'll stop the whole group because we don't want to ruin their show, and we don't want to ruin our own show. Granted, it's entertaining, but we don't want to ruin either show. So we're there to enjoy it and really enjoy the effort that goes into the haunt building, being as we do it, and just appreciate it. But I'm hoping to God customers can realize, because that's going to be part of the brief this year, if you catch up to a group, stop. We'll see if they listen. I'm doubting it, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Well,
that's not going to happen.
Yeah, good luck on that. But
I got high hopes, and I'm just going to get kicked in the nuts with it, but that's okay.
Are you having everybody sign something or anything that I know you did it with the Insanity, but I mean, are you having everybody sign something just going through the haunt that you're not responsible for if you catch
you get COVID?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, we've already ordered the infrared thermometers, and as they approach the ticket booth through the trail, We're going to have markers out there kind of spacing 6 feet apart. But what we're going to do is, as they walk up, we can scan them with the infrared thermometer and say, are you having any flu-like symptoms, this, that, this? And if their temperature is under, and I believe it's 102, I'd have to double check that, because I'm not going to lie, I just looked it up the other day. I'd have to double check that. If it's under that amount, they're good and they can go in. But all of that will be on one of our cameras. Double check that. So it'll be recorded.
Are you talking about the temperature number?
Yeah, well, the temperature. Well, we can read out the temperature number for the camera. That's actually not a bad idea. I hadn't thought about that yet. But as they walk up, we can ask them the questions. And do you understand? Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I just keep interrupting. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're on the camera, they'll be able to hear, temperature 101.2. I don't care. Temperature 98.7. And do you have any flu-like symptoms? Do you have this, that, this? And do you understand you can't hold Creepy Hollow Woods reliable? Yes. Okay, move on. And it's all on camera. So that way, if anything was to come of it,
gotcha,
we have them. So we can do that. But we do plan on checking all of our actors as well. They will be screened on the way in. And if they're going to be held to the same standard as the customer. If they're over, hey man, hate to tell you, we can't use you tonight. Sorry. Because the ultimate reality is all it's going to take is one of my actors to come down with COVID. And the entire haunt gets shut down because we've all been there together.
Yep.
That's the sad reality. So we have to be on the offense and the defense at the same time by scanning the customers and scanning the actors. And when the actors check in, that's when there'll be a table on the way back to the stabbing cabin where actors get their costumes, makeup, assignments. There'll be a table there with a spreadsheet. Their name will be on it. They check their temperature. They sign in for their community service hours for school, and we'll also take their temperature down. So it'll be the same thing, just for the staff.
And you're doing, wait, let's see, did we talk about this? And you're doing mainly airbrush makeup this year?
Correct. Thank God.
Oh God, yeah, man, I'm getting old. I can remember stuff. That's awesome. Go ahead.
Typically, we've always been pretty airbrush strong. This year is when we're really going to be moving to more than likely damn near 100% airbrushes, just due to facial contact with other brushes. We don't have enough brushes to just be throwing them away after each use, being like, well, that's done. Yeah. New. And, so this year is probably going to be almost all airbrush, which the good news is with the design for this year and the characters for this year, there's not a whole lot of super in-depth, fine-tuned, fine-touch makeup. There will be for promotional purposes, and we'll do, what are called pros-aid transfers, which is what they use in Hollywood for like cuts and stuff. We'll do some of those for promotions and stuff like that. But when it comes to the actual haunt itself, you do not have to put those on people because that, for instance, we'll say a zombie is only going to be seen for a couple seconds, whereas the picture can be stared at forever. So there's a difference. So we're going to be doing very heavy airbrushing and not a whole lot else for that this year. Thank God. It's so much faster.
Are you going to have everybody wash their own costumes, or are you going to offer the wash costumes? I guess everybody's going to keep their own costume.
So yes, that is the goal. When we I don't know if I'd been on with y'all before or after the menagerie happened to shut down. The menagerie shut down here in town, and we went and absolutely friggin' cleaned house. Yeah, I mean, we got hundreds and hundreds of costumes. That's actually one of our things we're going to be starting on this week and next week, is doing a lot of distress work on just so many costumes. It's almost sickening. I don't think there's going to be a haunt out there with as many costumes as we have. That's how sickening the amount of clothing we have is. And we still have an entire enclosed trailer we haven't even opened yet. But the goal is the actor can take their costume home. That would be wonderful. just for sanitizing purposes. Or, I mean, there's always the vodka and vinegar mix, and you can spritz down the costumes. There's always that, but that's always been used for keeping the smell down when you've used acrylic paint so it doesn't wash off. So that's the other big downside, is how the hell are we going to keep our distressed costumes looking good if the paint washes off?
You don't want them looking clean. That's for sure.
Yeah, I can't have clean zombies and clean other shit. I just can't have it. So, you know,
The
that's
sad part
another
is you can't get a
struggle.
hold of Lysol. The sad part is you can't get a hold of Lysol at the moment, and I think that's going to happen to the end of the year, because then you could just, you know, give them a spritz with Lysol inside and out and be done with it.
Well, there's always the pump up sprayers for like your garden, a small handheld pump up sprayer, and vodka, or freaking Everclear. True. I mean, I could water down some vodka, fill up a damn pump sprayer with it, run through and do the same thing as Lysol. And I think that would be effective, but would it be perfect? I honestly can't tell you. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, if you start spraying people with vodka, you're going to have Jabby the Clown there every night with his mouth open.
Right.
Jabby will be there humping legs regardless.
And speaking of folks, you know, Haunted Honeymooners, we had them on. It sounds like they're going to be there. We had them on, and of course, when they found out that pretty much you and I were in the same city, they were like, "What?" And then
they're
Zach
great
Black,
people. I love the Honeymooners.
They seem to be really cool people. You know, we interviewed them, and they were able to do some announcements. That's why I have to rag them about Best Buy and their computer, but all the time. But and then Zach Black, he is thinking about coming down and trying to do it while they're here. And I told the Honeymooners that when they come here, I have to definitely take them for a tour of St. John's Cemetery. They're looking for they're looking for other things to do while they're here. I think they said they're going to be here for about a week or so with you.
Yep.
So
hold on a second. Everybody might need to refresh their browser. This was a Facebook error. I don't know what the heck's going on with it.
Mine just told me to exit or try again, so I thought it was just me.
No, everybody did. We just went from 20 to 5 people.
Nice. Fucking Facebook. I mean, if it makes you feel any better, my computer restarted again for another update, and it's only at 10%, and that's been doing that since, you know, I got on.
Welcome to Windows.
I'm freaking irate right now. I'm like, well, and the other thing is it was showing that I had no battery, which is weird because it's a brand new battery. It's not even 3 months old.
Man, is that a laptop?
Because I have my laptop up here, and then I got 2 other monitors off to the side. So I got a 3-monitor setup, but I can't do a damn thing.
Well, what in the world, Facebook? Let me check to make sure mine's working now.
Dang it. If anybody is still there, I don't know if anybody's still there. We're trying to figure this out. Wait a minute. Somebody is messaging the bejesus out of me. Let me guess it's Danny. It is.
Hey, you broke it.
You broke it. All right. I'm going to stop the stream and then restart it, and maybe it will refresh the Facebook issue.
Maybe so.
It still says we're live, and I've got 0 errors on my end.
Well, it's a similar thing when we get pinged with like.
Uh-oh.
Huh. He was here?
Uh-oh.
He's still here. He's still in the room.
Is he?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Danny.